What's the deal, gang? What's up, y'all? How you doing? I was really interested in some buys here. The daily's tapped an interesting level here. Bounced off of it. The 4 hour, I mean, the daily can flip bearish at any time, right? We probably have to fill the range all the way down to 77, but for the night, I think we need to come up and grab a steep or top wick. So I'm looking, yeah, I'm looking at 2313 areas type shit. So see if we can get some levels drawn up here. What time is it? 12 minutes. 30, 15, looks like it's flipping. Gang, might have early positions here. I want to see if we can start re-breaking the highs. How we're going to print here on the 5. It's a level here, but it's a 5-minute level. Overall, I think we have to fill the range up to 2301 here. Might happen before the end of the hourly. Yeah, I'm thinking if this 15 starts breaking highs, you're looking to 2301. This is 130 pips down. We'll see. We want to find the support here on a smaller time frame. Oh yeah, the 15's closed above there. The previous 2 5s. Kind of say they might have respected it. The ranges are massive. This is just like pull up, pull down. Wow. You would just close your eyes and sell to close out the week. To close out last week. This candle starts breaking the highs, we're gonna have a position. I'll tell you when I enter. I'm not too convinced. Oh yeah, this 5 is pushing. Or not. Might be the next 5. You might see a 5 close bullish here in the next 5. You might not see it break the highs at all. And I know we have an hourly closure coming up. We might ride up to close out the hour. I don't know. We'll see. What's this wick? This is 9 pips. A 15 above there. We really want the 30 and the hourly. Every time we have a 15 closure above 22.99, we also, when it drives up, it also happens on the 30 and the hourly. Let's see. Let's see if this hourly can close above here in 7 minutes. The game's on tonight. That should be fun. Where's everybody at? Where's Eddie? Where's Javier? My. Let's go Mavs. Javier driving back from his kids soccer game. Oh, yeah, I know. I heard they were killing it. I wonder how they did. That's all in the house. Yeah, Hank's here. Yeah, Porzingis playing tonight. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna have an answer for that guy. Alright. Alright, people coming through a bit late. So we have an hourly closure coming up. I'd want us to close above 22.99 so we could continue filling the range up. If we don't, it doesn't mean we're gonna head down. It means it's a little more up in the air right now because a bearish closure here, right, forms a resistance, but it depends how it closes, right? Because you get a bearish 30, a bullish hourly, you're still bullish technically on the hourly. You're gonna only fill the range down on the previous hourly candle, maybe down to 22.97, and then find support here, and then quite possibly head back up. Eventually, you're gonna have to retest the lows. Just in what manner, or a large part of the lows. If we're gonna, start retesting the highs and head back to all-time highs, you got to retest the lows here to jump up and then come back down again. But 2307 should be incoming very soon. Maybe this is the problem. The previous 30 didn't have much of a top wick, right? So this one came back down in range, created a top wick here, created some range. Maybe this 5 could come back up, close above 22.99. And if that happens in the next 2 minutes, then I think we might be looking at buys off the rip. Let's wait. Right, so if this candle is able to do something like this. This is the 5 to close out the hourly. The next hourly is highly likely going to come up for a top wick, whether it comes down or up. And we're going to try to take advantage of this little range here, 23 pips. If that's how the 5 closes. For now, we got a minute for that. We was at this level a while back. Last month. You could probably make an argument for the level being lower in the more recent time, right? But overall, I think it's gotta be above. Let's see. The hourly just closed. Yeah. Because you can make an argument that there's a support here based on the more recent levels here on the 30. But the way we close, the way we're opening, even if that's the case, we're going to need a bottom wick on this candle, not just the flat drive up. Right, because you can make the case that this is the level. And in that case, right here. And in that case, we closed above it. See that? How we close, respecting it. But if that's the case, then we want to come down and create a bottom wick and bounce off support. Which it's doing now. This is the movement I'm looking for, more or less, right here. This is what I want to see. See, this is on a 5. I want to see this here now on the 30. On the 15. Right? Because if we can tap this area 2296 and start breaking highs, that's our position up to the top. Made a bottom wick. My weekend was good. It's pretty well. It went pretty well. Not enough hours in the day. That's how I feel. Now we got 5 minutes. If this 5 minute closes above here, we're gonna look for positions. Close above 22.99. And I expect it to here. One minute. Or if it starts breaking the highs, we'll just get in. I don't have time to set a buy stop, but I'm going to take a buy right here once I see price breaking that level. Which we closed on the 5, right? Okay, chat. As soon as this 5 flips, I'm going to take a position here. Alright, account for spread. Okay, my buy stop is right above this 5-minute candle. Right on the flip, once the flip. It's a little above, it's a couple of pips above because I'm accounting for spread. If the 30 re-breaks the low, then we'll delete. If this 5 closes bearish back in range below 22.99, we'll delete. But if it flips here in the next 3 minutes, we'll be in positions. So here's the thing. The higher time frame should technically take this down, right? Based on the previous hourly closure. But on the off chance that we bounce, oh, look at that, it tapped that area on the dot. We bounce off this support and actually flip bullish on this very 5, right? Because this is the area that must give it a reaction. It's funny how we just drew that and that's where it tapped on the dot. So we see the reaction, but is this area enough to break this high? Or is this area was just a reaction area, but there's too much momentum for this to come down? If there's not enough orders, then obviously if it comes down or closes below 22.99, we're going to delete the buy stops because this never flipped. This 5's closing back in range, and highly likely the 15 and the 30 will start flipping. But if we start flipping on this 5, re-breaking the current hourly, re-breaking the 30 high, we're coming up to 23.01, and that's our advantage point. Yeah. Breaking the loop. Breaking the loop. Yeah, and we start breaking the lows, then nothing we can do on this hourly candle just yet, right? The 30's closed bearish, but we're still above 22.98, which is just, it's kind of a more recent support area as when we look back. Yeah, 1 minute to go. Doesn't look like it's flipping yet. Might see a little range in this area, grab some orders, and then take off. Just believe we need to make a steeper top wick on a daily or just continue up on the daily. But if this is it, then this is it. We'll adjust. Yeah, delete the buy stop. The 5's closing back below range, so I got rid of that. In the road, but here listening. All right, all right. Nice to have you. Glad to have you. Be very careful if you're looking for sells here. Yeah, this can drive, but very careful because we haven't closed below 22.98.4. And the previous 15's closed with no bottom wick. I'm curious to see how this 4-hour will close, because the 4-hour was massively bullish to begin, right? To begin the daily candle. We closed bullish. I'm still looking to come up on the next 4-hour. But pay attention, next 4-hour doesn't mean the next hour. I'm looking to come up, but might not be in the next hour. It should be in the next 4 hours.
It also doesn't mean that the next 4-hour will close bullish, but we still could come up.
Well, it depends how this closes in 45 minutes on the 4-hour. That's right. Because we're gonna have to. This is gonna have to, like, way down. It's gonna have to come down to retap support here for this to close bearish, which. Yeah, no. The way we began the day, if we were to reject though, I'd say on the daily, like this would be the initial point of rejection, right? We see this level here was where the daily came up to tap. But I don't think this is a rejection point. I think this is just kind of an advantage point. Like you see initial play here, you understand that it's a solid level, but it's not enough to drive the daily and flip. I mean, it might be, we'll see, but I mean, only time will tell. If we start re-breaking the highs, in my experience, it's just they would come back up and retrace much more of this move down before going back down. Okay, ooh, coming down. Which was that drop? 18 pips. Give me a sec. Ooh, Dallas up 5. Beautiful. Okay. Top wick time. 22.97. Break of the lows, the range here. That's your advantage point, 22.95. Want a rejection off something, right? Oh, that was a 15 closure. Possible to upgrade me on Discord. Let me upgrade you. What do you mean? What do you mean upgrade you? You gotta link your YouTube. Oh yeah, you guys gotta link your own personal YouTube account. I mean your own personal Discord to your YouTube account, and it'll automatically upgrade you. Like this could flip and go straight to hell. I'm just not a kind of a skeptic of that right now. I was really looking for a daily retracement today for Asian session. It's only a 5 closure. We got a 30 here in 10 minutes. Flipping. 5 flipping. I don't know. That's not for me. Yeah, New York session, 820, comics open, a rebreak of the lows here. You're probably taking that to the next support. Asian session, I'm a bit skeptical. 15 no top wick. Previous candle closed with a really small bottom wick. $11, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna wait for this 30 to close. We got a 30 closure in 6 minutes. It might drive pretty heavy as long as it pulls back. I don't like this 15 not having a top wick, and we're just heading down. I know the 5's made a top wick. That's why if we can get a closure below here on a 30, I don't mind taking the trade down. Probably off the rip, we'll see, but still never closed below here, so at any moment this can pull back. It can also drive through, which is what I want, to create a bottom wick and then a pull back. Yeah, that's the 4-hour flip. We come down here, right? Have 5. 30 closes bearish. It'll have to come down and make a bottom wick. What do we have? 3.5 minutes. The level here is 22.93. Be patient. Wait for this 30. We need a bottom wick, so be patient. We're gonna need a top wick on the next one. It's a long 2 minutes. It could come down heavy here. I'm just thinking, if it re-breaks the lows, the 30 is going to close bearish here. It's going to need a bottom wick to bounce off of, right? You're kind of in no man's range here right now. 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Let's go, Bougie. Oh. "90 seconds here, chat." Okay, 5 closed bullish back in range, but no top wick. 15 closed bearish, 30 closed bearish. Tough. With the 5, I'd say you're coming back to the top of the range. With that closure, I would say you're coming back to the top of the range, flipping bearish to continue the drive down on the 30. Where can I reject off of? That's a tough 5 closure. I'm forced to wait a bit here, right? Because this 30 closure, or this could be a flip. This can flip bearish here, bottom wick, and start re-breaking the highs. And that would give the 30 a bottom wick. I get it. I see the flip, the possible flip here in the next half hour. But I also see the possibility of closing bullish on the 4. Right? And the 5 coming back in range in the shape of a fake out. We'll see. From that 30 though, I would say, you know, flip is imminent. But is it a flip and a drive? I think if the 5 is able to then come down and close below here. Unless this heads up to 2297.8, right? 2290 or 2297, yeah, 2297.8 without having a bottom wick here on the 30 and then flips. That could be something interesting. Hourly can flip too. We haven't really rejected. We have no bullish closures. Even all the smaller time frames except the 5 close bearish, the 15, the 30, all close bearish. Created a top wick for the previous 15. I think the support here would be off this level too. Yeah, this would make more sense on the higher time frame. Let's see. If we can tap that, this would be my target probably, and a full close. If we can tap 22.97 and then flip bearish, 22.97.8. Otherwise, I'm just not gonna take a position if it flips bearish now. Flip here. That's not the way you want to flip here. The way the 5 prints, previous 5, no bottom wick. You come down, make one for it, right? You don't have a top wick on the current 5. It's just, yeah. You look at the 15 and 30, you're like, oh, this looks lovely, but it's just not the way you want to flip. Not the way you want the time frames to line up. sorry. Yeah, I was saying that's a nice drive. Like, that's a lot of momentum, but the closures are pretty ugly. Let's wait on the higher time frame here. Yeah. 12. Let's look at the 4 hour. It's closing here in 20 minutes. $22.94.6 is where we want the bottom wick. Okay. Okay. Coming back up. Not much I can do here. I gotta wait. Oh shit. Javier posted. Penalty kick. Let me see. I'll see something.
Ref! That's another card!
I could hear Javier screaming. You guys gotta join the clubhouse to see this.
That's another card!
I want to see somebody score. Let's go. Ooh. If the goalie caught that, he would have been in the net himself. Why are you guys bullying the other team? It's pretty dope. Yeah.
Javier is raising the new Messi out here.
That was crazy.
You said you could hear Javier screaming like that's the only thing you can hear in the video.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing you hear in the video. Javier was about to walk out there and just fucking, nah, I'm taking this penalty kick. The ref was like, damn, if I don't call this here, I got to deal with this guy later. Nah, I'm definitely calling penalty kick here. Definitely a penalty kick. Not even a question. Yeah, if the ref ain't call that, forget he don't need to deal with Javier. It's like, damn, I'm just trying to end the game and go home and watch some Seinfeld reruns. This guy's yelling at me. Penalty it is. So the 15 closed here. Yeah. More confused than an emo teenager at prom. What you gonna do, 15? Damn, that's a good commercial for Wingstop. I want some wings. No, I don't. Snap out of it, Wix. Fuck them goddamn wings. Rice and chicken, baby. Rice and breast meat. Maybe some thighs. $12 minutes here for the 4 hour. See how it started this candle, but like at the end of the candle, it's gonna look like it made sense all along. You're gonna be like, ah, why didn't you just take it? Pull up, pull up. Eddie's on a hunt for a sugar mama. Happy hunting to him. $10 minutes here for the hourly. Bearish ass hourly. Bullish 4 hour. For now. Why is Zoom so quiet? What are they gonna do? Market's not doing much. In terms
So
of
why is
setting up
Zoom
for
so
us.
quiet?
Yeah.
What do we get to talk about? We're talking about Scotty Scheffler winning for the 30th time this year.
fuck that guy.
Or we can talk about how I'm in drawdown for like 4 pips right now. Just wanting to get a break even.
Speed, you could just come onto the Zoom, bro. Boom.
Oh, I'm on the Zoom.
Oh,
Mr. Drawdown FX. So wait, Speed, were you Drawdown FX in the prior Discord?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was like, and you were so active, but I never knew who you were. But then once you changed your name, everything clicked.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Lithuania.
Gotcha.
damn, Boosh.
Far.
That looks like my dinner, except for the baked potato part.
That looks fire. Bro, we made smash burgers and mac and cheese and baked beans. Smash
Yeah,
burgers on the Blackstone.
Yeah, we made that today too. That's funny.
I gotta say, being so full from this food, plus like the slight disappointment of being in drawdown, is not making me feel well right now.
Are you in buys?
Sells.
Oh, you good. You're chilling. This is gonna come down. Because it's gonna have to come down, make a bottom wick.
I mean, it needs to tap
What?
the next support, and it hasn't tapped
But
the
look, the
next
4
support.
hour, for it to drive, it's just not gonna drive straight up. It's gonna need some to create a bottom wick if it is gonna drive up.
See,
And
the
hourly
the
is
9
gonna need a
o'clock
bottom
open
wick.
has been so volatile though recently, and that's like why I'm nervous.
Oh, that it's just gonna drive straight up.
Like it's been doing. And on Sundays that shit happens because the market's been closed for a sec.
I hope
And
it
also the
drives straight
news
up
with the
for me.
hostages in Israel. Like
I'm
that's big news
expecting-
too.
I'm expecting a steeper top wick here on the daily. But-
It's okay. Hive is not in lungs, so we're not going up.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind sells or buys here, but
I would mind a decisive candle at least. Instead of these like, doji candles we're getting.
This is my breakfast.
what is that? Seeds?
Yeah, sunflower seeds.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just making a joke, but I guess it is.
European
bird
style,
out
you know?
here. At least you eat breakfast. Wakes you eat breakfast?
Yeah, you have to. You need to. If you want to gain some weight, you should eat some breakfast.
Yeah, look at me.
When I was your age,
6'2",
I was-
140, I need it.
When I was your age, I was like 112 pounds.
I lost 25 pounds in this last year at school because this food was so bad.
Yeah.
We're slowly getting it back.
I would rather have a doji hourly candle than a doji 4-hour candle. And I don't want a doji on anything smaller, not on the 30 or 15 or 5, because it's gonna be a little difficult to read until more candles print.
I'll take a bearish hourly with a no bottom wick,
Yeah, I know you would.
or a bearish 4-hour. I'd be happy with that.
Know a spot you could get 6 dozen eggs for $12? Yeah, a farm. Go to the farm. Probably
Is it
grab
really that
chicken.
big of a difference having fresh eggs? been seeing a lot about that. Like,
I don't know. Eggs
Not
are
really.
eggs. Eggs is eggs is eggs. You just want the protein content. That's it.
I get like fresh eggs straight from the farm every other week or so, and then I get eggs from the store as well. And it's the same shit. I mean, to be Lithuania, not the US. So in the US, I don't know what you're getting at the stores. They might not even be eggs.
I'm getting eggs from Florida. I'm getting Florida eggs.
yeah, we
from
definitely have
Florida
different
hens.
regulations on our eggs.
Alligator eggs.
That's funny. Wix, did you originally have the stream as public?
No, I don't know why it does that.
Well, I saw some people
I set
chatting,
it to
and
members.
they didn't have
and-
the tag.
Yeah, when I started the stream, I saw that it was public. I was like, oh no, because I saw people writing in there. Like once in a while, okay, but like not every time. So I changed it back, but it's weird because when I started the stream, I swear I changed it because like I even like I remember that moment in my head when I was reading it and like clicking to make sure it's not. It's not a big deal. Yeah, I like it when it's like more intimate like this, like when we just kick in and just chill, not when there's like 1,000 people flowing through the chat. I mean, that's cool too, but like once a week, it's just for especially on Sunday, it's nice to just kick back. Like we get something, like we don't like. Don't get me wrong, I'm hunting for positions, but I'm not over here trying to satisfy 1,000 people. You know what I mean? It's kind of cool to kick back and make sure we get something good. It's quite possible, right, that we come down for the next couple of hours, which would be that bottom wick on the 4. It's also quite possible that the 4-hour closes like this week bullish. We break the highs here, come up probably 2303, 07, and then start flipping. But remember, 4 hours going to close at 1 a.m. here, so right, this can be a long time in front of the charts for you guys if you're in the wrong direction here.
Don't be pointing fingers like that.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about it. Damn, Boston back in the lead. That's crazy. Three brick. Lay up.
Could be getting a
9.
30, no topic here.
I would say put your trust in the higher time frame.
Oh, my cells are closed out.
You got
What?
stopped out, Speeve?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna put stops to the re-break of the 30 high, but I don't even care anymore. I need a closure with a strong wick in the opposite direction at this point. I still need to see 93.5 tapped. But we could be getting a firework here in 30 seconds, and that could just be a fun one.
I mean, 30 might give you that no top wick.
Problem is just gonna have so much volume coming in here in 30 seconds. It's not gonna be fun to watch.
So much? So much?
Watch
Mucho,
it not
mucho.
move.
We want a bottom wick. That's what we want. We want the 4-hour to come up.
Let's see if we can get a 30 pip bottom wick then.
My bad.
Yeah, so much volume. Interesting. Was that 30 no top wick? Yeah. Ugly.
I don't know if that's the bottom wick for that 4-hour candle. What is over here? This is just the most recent.
Think it's time to flip the tape.
Yep, I agree on that one. I get real depressed when the tape is just ambient. It's too silent.
Oh, sorry. I didn't even hear you guys talking to me.
How many tracks are on it? Like 4?
I don't know, like 20, but they're short.
After over a year of listening to the same track, they just all sound like one
Yeah, they
same
all
song.
sound the same.
Yeah.
I haven't put in any effort into looking for new tracks. I should. I just
You said you were gonna, but I don't think you should.
I have so much things that I've been doing that like I just honestly haven't had the time.
Yeah, I think you
I
said you were
still
gonna
have-
do it before you started the Discord, so I'm glad you did the Discord before making a new tape.
New mixtape.
Priorities.
Where did the 4-hour close here? We closed back in range on the 4-hour, or did we close respect? No, we closed above everything technically. Yeah, you expect the 4-hour bounce after finding a support. It's just how long is it going to come down for the next hour, the next 2 hours?
Don't be shy, you can do it for longer than that. I mean, it's still like, I mean, my trade's still value. I mean, like, even with like where a 4-hour bottom would be needed, is you need to tap a support, you need to bounce off
Yeah, I'm
support.
looking
We have not hit a
2293
support.
or this.
Yeah, that's my level too.
Or 2295.
And that's a 15-minute level. 95 is right.
Well, no, it's really a overall level here on the hourly. Here. I think I had it up here. But it's just the level that you need to close above where you always drive. Every time you close above, you drive. But here, look, this is what's happening right now. Right here. So this is highly likely. Boom, right here. So you close back up in range. Should close back up in range again, try to come down, and then the candle just sunk. So it's possible here.
Bottom wick on the 5.
Oh, no bottom wick on that 5.
This is lovely. But What happens if this 4-hour never sees a bullish flip and continues down, right? Possibility as well.
Yeah,
That
that
would
would be
break.
annoying if we start breaking daily lows without this 4-hour having any form of top wick.
There is a nip.
Little nipple.
You back to break even yet?
2 pips.
Let's fucking break even.
Yeah, I'm holding for full 10 now though. I'm expecting a support to get tapped if we're driving down on the 4-hour like this. Without, if it was to be in the first few minutes, like 2-3 minutes of us coming down, tapping support and flipping.
Might just
Then I
continue
would
down and fill the
obviously-
range, for all you know.
I know.
You want to break these lows.
I mean, I came here for 10. If I get 10, I'm happy. If it drives for 50, I'm still happy that I got my 10.
Yes.
What do you mean
Slow
10?
grind.
10 pips. If I get my 10
Yeah,
pips.
what do you mean 10?
What is 10? What? I thought we
Yeah.
only go for 100 pips at a time here.
Yeah.
Shit, I got 1,000, or not 1,000. I got 100 pips on the last trade on this account, so it's gonna be a little confused when I catch 10.
My live account and the Apex one, I was $100 away from reaching like drawdown limit,
Mm,
and it drove for around 600 pips.
dang. Sells?
Yeah,
He's still not break even.
yeah. No, I'm back to break even and like 2.5k profit on that account.
Is
Trying
it
to get
eval
back
or
to break
PA?
even.
It's the
Okay, good. Yeah, you should never be fighting for your life on an eval. Just
PA. Okay.
get to use our what are strategical passing methods that we've created here in the clubhouse. Dude, I'm so mad my mic wasn't turned on for that video. That video is
Sure.
like, I love it. I tried turning it on, but the input device wasn't correctly set. But you could read my lips pretty easily.
You
Yeah.
fucked up.
I could hear that. Let's fucking go.
Mm-hmm. Both my parents were on work calls at the time too.
Like, where are we
Alright,
going?
there's finally break even. I mean, yeah, that was 30k. 5k across 6 PAs. So we can go anywhere. I'm literally sitting right at break even. It's obviously a decision area here. Just what happened on last 2 times we were down here on the 5-minute
Oh,
and the
you'll get
bottom
your-
wicks.
You should get your 10. 93.6 at least.
That's exactly my 10 pip right there. 93.6.
Gotta break the low, but there's a lot of momentum, right? The bears held there. The 30 close, no top wick. So that held for now.
Yeah, I'm sorry to bother you guys. Question for the guys who are trading on Apex. Are you guys trading GC or are you guys trading QO?
GCQ4.
Yeah, it depends on where you're trading at. If it's on Trade08, then it's GCQ4. If it's on TradingView, then it's GC1.
And you guys are trading the full contracts on the 50K accounts, or are you guys trading full contracts on the 250K? I'm sorry to bother you guys. It's just a quick question.
No, you're good.
On the 250.
On the 50k, I do a 1 contract,
Oh, I wouldn't dare.
but it's because I run the 60 pip stops, so I can take 4 losses. But also,
have to
I don't go for runners.
You don't have to be sorry. This is the whole point of Sunday Unfiltered. You guys come in here and chat. And just talk.
Yeah, I mean, you can really spam in the clubhouse with Apex questions.
Yeah, it's
'Cause all
pretty
of
much
us are on it
Apex
now.
filled.
It is on the all Apex nowadays.
Yeah,
Looks
so
wanted
tough
a
closure.
personal channel. Ended up with an Apex community.
It's honestly a good idea. There's so many questions every day about Apex. Mainly from me. About their news gambling rules.
It's getting really interesting here. So if the 5 is able to close above here, the bottom wick we need is not that steep.
You looking for sells here with that closure or no?
No, I'm not looking for sells yet. I'm looking to see if we can actually once we close below here, I'm looking to see how steep the top wick will be. Just trying to see based on the weekly levels, maybe this was enough of a rejection. I figured weekly at least here. But if you're looking at the daily, 2307 is the level you're coming up to. And if the 2 hour flips here, which would also be, I think, the hourly, right? The 30 would re-break previous 30 high. That's what I'm looking at. And I'm looking for us to do that without closing below. Because if we close below, that throws out the buys for the immediate candle, for the next candle. But the 15 closes above here, it means it's holding support. So a bottom wick and a drive up, I'll take the rebreak of these highs. But if it closes below here, any rebreak of the highs can still be a top wick for us to finish the range down. So then you're going to need a bullish closure probably above 2297. Okay, so it's closing. For now, we're right at it.
Let's see if it makes one final move in this last 10 seconds. Nope.
Yeah, maybe you could say like, all right, this is the most recent, right here. Then you kind of close below. I'm gonna need a steep top wick here.
And no bottom wick for now.
It's kind of held this area here. You see that? If we adjust it.
In an ugly fashion it has though, leaving no range. But is it, I can't remember, you when you have like two candles like that, if you go to the 5 real quick, you got no bottom wick on both of them, you just count that as just a wick then? As one like single wick?
I gotta tell you, I just disregard all of this because I don't know how to interpret this. I like a lot of stuff that I don't know how to
I feel like I
interpret. It's
remember
just
Don
noise.
saying that.
I would just look at price tapping certain points. I don't know how he interprets it. I just say there's like it's not our edge in this case here. Like this isn't a pretty market. This isn't what you want to trade, right? As you're looking at it. So like I'm trying not to force it. I'm trying to see a reason or anything that I can see in here that would be worth it. But some things just like good to be left uninterpreted because like this is nonsense. For now, for this candle.
Like the 30 is really gonna do the storytelling for us.
It's most likely going to be a 30 closure. I'm going to end up waiting on.
I don't know what you could get within
Look,
the next
this
15
did close
minutes.
below the range, and we did come up to create a top wick. But what is this top wick off of? Like, I don't really see a level off up here, right? Do you would expect the top wick maybe off this level, right? A bit higher, 22.95. Like, Mike, what I'm trying to get across here, unless you've bounced off an area that market drives from, like, you haven't put yourself in the highest quality position, right? Even if like you guys take a lot of flips with momentum, right? And this flip here, yeah, with the 15 closing below, looks great, but you really want this flip to happen after you've tapped areas that you seem to drive off of, right? Because if you haven't, there's a high chance that it comes back to those areas. So you would be early in positions, and sometimes it's worth it to be early because there's multiple levels where it could reject, and you'll be early, and it'll blow right past your level to go to the next one. But you still want it to tap a resistance or support to drive off of, even if it goes past your level to the next resistance or support, right? You took your trade according to plan off a resistance or a support or off a level that we drove from. It didn't, right? Didn't happen there. You take your next wick. See, this makes this so tough because this flip here, right? This could be the top wick on the 15 with no bottom wick. This makes it really difficult to take that buy here. If we were able to grab a bottom wick and then start coming up on this candle, but this candle off the rip straight up until it closes, it's kind of like, it's arbitrary for me to say, oh, we're gonna head straight up same way, because this could be a top wick or this could be a bottom wick, right? But it did reject off this level here, which is kind of nice. And this would fall in line with the 4 hour, so I'm thinking of putting my trust into the higher time frame. If this 15 was able to close bullish and the next candle broke that high, I think that would be lovely. Flipping or Where is it? We're gonna wait on this 30 to close. 8 minutes here.
420 where I'm at. Just saying.
Hmm?
It's 420 where I'm at.
It's always 420 somewhere.
4:20 a.m.
Exactly. Yep.
Jeez, Asian session is early for you.
True.
What's the when would New York be? Is it like late
It's
afternoon?
Monday morning for him.
Yeah, it's Monday morning. New York would be. Well, Dawn starts streaming around 3 p.m.
Yikes. That makes it hard to.
I mean, I'll wake
Work
up
a
at 1 a.m. before 1 a.m. Because my work starts at 1 a.m. and goes until like 9 or 10 a.m.
That's good.
Got a flip on the 15. It's coming. Should push down the way it flipped. Closure below the range.
Yeah, looking at the 5, it doesn't seem like we're moving anywhere, so.
Yeah, my ass is really skeptical until this 30 closure. Because I was bullish for the session. Coming into the session, even though the daily's massively bearish, I was really bullish. I was expecting to really come up the entire session today, and then London, New York start flipping bearish. But maybe we just range here, and then London, New York is a bullish drive up, the correction of the move. And when I say range here, I mean within this 2300 to, you know, 2285 here, it's 150 pip range. There's that 15 flip again.
Yeah, I'm not bearish until Javi goes to sleep.
It's flipped like 7 times now.
Yeah. Except I think this time it might actually drive. What do we have? It's tough to picture the hourly just reversing here without any bullish closures, and this top wick kind of makes it pretty lovely.
In the whole of last week, we were like ranging slightly bullish until like 11 p.m. And then we start driving down until like late London.
It's very interesting, the cycles of Asian session, like alone, like how you could for a whole week, every single day, you see the same thing. And it's important to just pay attention to that and act on it.
And it's literally like how I got those runners on the last few days of the week.
Yeah, I guess it's nice. You get to be awake for the entirety of market being open.
Yeah, pretty much.
5 minutes here. What's the rebreak of the lows here? Yeah, we're gonna wait on this 30. This is tough because look, the 15 has this top wick here, and you might
Is
see
that
a
another
30 come
5 no bottom wick?
You might see a 30 come straight down. Yeah, like these are ugly closures on the smaller time frame. I'm waiting on the 30 regardless, but it's. If we have a top wick here on the current 4 hour, I'm a lot less skeptical about coming down here. But right now, I feel like we need to come up, grab that top wick. We haven't really retested the highs. This pulled back. Typically, it'd retest before coming down. Broke, right? Did we break? Oh no, we didn't. We just reached the bottom of the 4-hour candle. The bottom of the body of the previous 4-hour.
Wix, you got a meat smoker?
A smoker? No.
Mm-hmm. It's been really nice having one. Just like, I don't eat pork anymore, and bacon was like one of my favorite things. So just being able to infuse like some like hickory or whatever, like, just like it makes everything taste like bacon.
So you like bacon is what you're saying.
I'm making bacon on the griddle lately, but you know what I use when I smoke something? Well, last time I smoked something, I used cherry wood. Cherry wood gives it a really nice sweet flavor. Anything you're smoking on it, and not too burnt.
You know, like that pork wood, bacon wood. I think it's hickory. I don't know. It's whatever's in the smoker. It's like a Traeger.
Yeah, my neighbor's got a Traeger for a smoker, but you don't need much for a smoker.
No.
Oof. Got 5, flip the other way. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the 1 minute.
Yeah, forget. Let's trade on the one, man. Look at all these ranges you could have cut.
Massive, massive.
It's nice that we're in the private gang tonight, so we're not getting any bullish flag questions. Every time we're in a range, I see some BS about that.
A bullish flag.
Yeah, and look at the 5 minute, how it's just in a range, but it's in like a pattern looking.
I don't know nothing about no flags. I don't know.
I know they
none
don't
about
work,
it,
that's what I
none.
know.
No.
I know this 30's closing below with a bottom wick.
Is it? Are you still in the trade or you're out already?
I'm still in. I've only ever
Oh.
saw 3 pips profit.
This whole time you're still in the trade, yeah. For some reason I thought you hit 10 pips. I don't know.
No, I peaked 4.
I mean, that's profit.
But I actually only ever saw 2 because of Apex during Asian session not updating your PNL until you hit TP. It only updates your PNL when you're every time it moves a tick negative against you, but then the moment it starts going positive, you got to move like 3 ticks for it to update. So you actually never know your profit. That's why I stare at Wix's stream. That's a clear 30 below now though, which is good.
That it is.
So you know the deal.
We need a top wick to make sure this isn't the bottom wick for the hourly. Yeah. At least 95.8, I guess. The 15's got this top wick, right? That like it can just come down. Maybe to here. The most recent. That would make sense too. Where do we get to? It's at 95.8. Yeah. If it was gonna come down, this is a solid level for it to bounce off of to come down. 30 close clearly below. You'd want some bullish closures back above range if you're gonna come up before taking that rebreak of the hourly high. Because that's the 4-hour high, right? It looks like and we broke. Oh no, we broke the previous 2-hour.
I don't know about Shell, but I'm more bullish now than I was before.
You're more bullish now with a bearish closure
Yeah.
below the range.
Yep.
I love it.
Nah, I mean, just because of the 5-minute structure and whatnot.
Yeah, it's not really how the candles are printed there, right? It's really how you've held this level, closing back above, but you're not really closing yet. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying like buy gold now, you know. I'm just saying like,
well, I've been bullish all year. I'm just hoping this waits and doesn't flip. I want a closure before the 4-hour flip. I want a bullish closure. Jeez. That 30 closing below doesn't really help either.
But if it starts flipping now, I mean, that's looking
God
great.
damn it, if this flips after tapping the low of this candle, you're looking for at least the highs. That fucking closure. It's not pretty. Yeah, I think if the 4-hour flips here, we might have positions. Our advantage point, 13 pips. The 5 should close back in range. I don't know. One minute here for the 5 to close. Five will close bullish here above the range. 40 seconds here. I have a buy stop right here. If I'm able to set it, but it'll be the break of the current 4-hour high. After grabbing those orders, I think we should be able. Whoa, whoops. Let me fix that up for the signal gang. We'll see. We'll see. For the 4-hour, after grabbing those orders, rejecting off that support, I would expect us to fill the wick up. 13 pips is the advantage point based off the hourly level here to the top here. And that'll be a position. Yeah, 12, 13 pips advantage point. That'll be the position once the 4-hour flips bullish. Alright, the 5 has closed bullish back above range here. I expect a bottom wick and a drive up.
Could be a support too, right?
Hey, if this starts flipping on the 30, this can technically go
Yeah,
both
that-
ways,
that-
right?
But you won't take it on the 30 flip.
I might. I'm honestly, because you could go both ways here, right? The thing is, I would rather take the higher time frame. I would rather take
That
the
makes sense.
4-hour flip, and I know that we can come up, flip here, and then start coming back bearish. But if we break these highs, we're gonna start flipping back bearish after grabbing orders or after tapping a resistance. And that's our advantage point, 2298.3 here, .5. Yeah, the nice thing is we broke the previous 1 hour low, right? We grabbed those orders. Bad thing is we broke the previous 1 hour low, which means we were able to break and close below here. So it's good and bad. Yeah, I'm just based on the hourly and the 4 hour. That's what we're heavily based off of. Plus we're expecting the daily to grab a steeper top wick and the 4 hour closed bullish. Current 4 hour no top wick. We're expecting to make one come up to a resistance level before making the decision. So everything here is according to plan. Nice bottom wick here on the 5. Can this flip now? Spent the first half of this candle, first 3 minutes building the bottom wick. Can we flip?
Wait, where's your buy stop exactly?
2297.34. Counting for spread, so it's just right there.
I got
Steve,
tapped
do you
in
have any
early.
forex? Oh, go ahead, SL.
No, I was just saying I got tapped in early at the hour. Saw it re-break the high. I put a buy stop there, and then it triggered me in. So I've been holding the drawdown. But I'm still bullish. Looking at the support
Where did you get in?
at the top of the hour, the 9 o'clock wick. It wicked me in because I saw it broke higher than the previous 5 minutes. Then I got tapped in. Yeah, right there on the 9. Yeah. This one here.
Yeah,
So I got
yeah.
tapped in right here.
I forgot you could draw.
Oh yeah, true.
We went to town after you left the stream the other day, Wix.
I can imagine.
I just remember like I wasn't
Damn, that
like I
five.
wasn't on Zoom, but like you could hear everybody just laughing.
That 5 foot
Yeah.
bullish. It's a nice bottom wick. But is
2
it
seconds
holding?
left.
It's closing above the most recent too.
At my position.
What was
Whoa.
that noise?
Add position.
At position. Yeah.
If you don't know what that
We don't
noise
have a
is,
bottom
you've
wick
been-
here on the
you've been
5,
good.
right? No bottom wick on the 15, but I'm putting my trust in the 4 hour with this flip. Close. Close, close, close.
Could be any less ambient. My God.
Ambient gold.
I'm getting tired here.
I feel you.
How is it 9:40? That's actually ridiculous.
It's already 9:40.
One more tick.
Getting close. Almost.
So close.
And we're in.
Boom. Alright, I'll see you guys in an hour when we hit 4 pips.
It's fine.
It's about to hit in 18 minutes. More volume. Wait, is it China
What-
open in 18?
China Open was at 9:30. That already passed.
Oh, is it?
Mhm.
Remember what was like at 10?
4-hour flipped. 4-hour rebroke the highs. 4-hour
definitely
also
rebroke the
tapped the
high.
bottom of the previous 4-hour body, which is a strong support, right? Right here where you closed.
The daily open.
Yep. There's a reason the daily closed there. So, I mean, it bounced off the perfect level.
I don't care what happens with this trade. I'm just happy all my contracts got filled at the same price. It's like doing wizard math trying to calculate the pips when it's misaligned by a tick on every entry. Bougie and sells too.
Shit, you guys might get it before we do.
No, I took the buy.
You took the buy? Oh, man.
It was like
I don't know why I
22
say, oh,
pip
man.
loss.
Like, I'm gonna buy. Hey, you gotta put your trust in the higher time frame here after grabbing those lows and coming up and flipping with the 4-hour closing bullish back in range, right? Because I'm thinking, all right, then even if let's say this rejects and comes down, the 4-hour is still gonna eventually have to come up and grab these highs here.
Hey, new profit.
Ah, this is a tough 15 candle, man.
Oh,
What's the hourly looking like?
Actually, that's an engulfing candle. It shows indication of a strength.
see, we're breaking out of the bullish flag. It's
I
a
just
buy,
didn't,
guys. It's
I
a
didn't want
buy.
the 15 closing with no top wick, but I mean, we
We
got,
got
one.
one.
And we closed above the most recent here.
Can we get a bottom wick though?
And we don't want a bottom wick. We want this to just continue straight up.
Way too early in my trade, but I'm happy to see it playing out.
Where's Eddie and Javier?
Javier's
here, in the
Javier's
chat.
driving. I seen Javier in the chat. I didn't see Eddie. I think Eddie's out looking for a MILF.
He's looking for a oh. Is he
No.
looking for air conditioning?
I mean, the MILF might be looking for the air conditioning, and Eddie's looking for her.
Yeah, he's the answer.
Oh, fuck off, 4-hour. was not a bad 15 close.
I mean, with everything you said, it makes sense that the 4-hour needs to fill the wick at least.
Well, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah,
But
we
the
came
thing
down, made
is,
a bottom
what's going
wick.
to take over here initially, right? Can we have the 30 take over and then flip bearish here? Will the 30 close bullish above the range here, and then the next hourly drive up? How will this play out, right? And on what terms will gold move? I just don't want to see a rebreak of the lows. It just doesn't make sense. Then why did the 15 come up, close with a top wick and above the most recent highs? How would that make sense without grabbing
So that it
orders
could
up
do what
top?
it's doing right now. So it can flip and drive.
It needs to, if it is going to come up, then it's going to come up. But if it's going to come down, it needs to bounce off of something, not just off a random spot.
I mean, like you said too, the daily also is gonna need a steeper top wick. Just it would make sense. You know, we're here enough every day to see that we need it.
Yeah, I took the 9 o'clock candle thinking that it's going to push to make at least a top wick.
I like that trade, SL. I mean, we usually get so much volume right at 9, and
Yeah,
if
that was
it
what
would
I
it
did.
made a top wick, made a bottom wick, and rebroke the top wick and didn't drive.
Hmm. I've noticed also China opens at 9:30, but then the volume starts coming in, pushing around 10, slightly 10 past. Let's see, hopefully it pushes in this direction.
98.6, right? 98.5. Yeah, 98.5 for an advantage point. Oh, Eddie found the JOB prop firm, that's right. Looking to manage risk around 98.5 and close half. Should be about 13 pips in profit there.
You peaked like 6 there.
Yeah, but it's like you have this little head and shoulders thing forming here on the 5. If you look, there's a level here to the left right here. which it just tapped. Like, there's a chance this could be, you know, this could come down for a bit based off this level, but higher time frame, like this can come down, right? Not far in range, maybe a little bit, but the higher time frame here just should be the key. The 15 closed above, we grabbed the bottom wick, we flipped, we started driving. The 4 hours flipped bullish, the highest time frame we can trade. Expecting a steeper daily high, right? So especially after that 4 hour order grab and flip. Don't want it to struggle. We want it to push before the hourly close. I don't know what the beef is. $15 looks good. I mean, every time frame started looking good. The only thing that's skeptical here is the 30. But even then, like every other time frame, the higher and the lower time frame made sense in our direction. As I said, 5 closed back in range, 15 closed above the most recent. Created a bottom wick, then flipped bullish. We flipped on the 4 hour after tapping these 4 hour levels, the previous 4 hour body lows, which is a strong support because that's a daily level. That's what a daily closed. Right, after doing all of that, you expect to come up to the next resistance before any kind of play, which you want to use to your advantage point. So that's what we're basing the trade off of here. Five minutes for this hourly to close.
Wix, are you gonna make it to the Indiana annual mullet competition, the state fair
Mullet
this year?
competition.
Yeah.
That's funny.
They just announced the date. Add that to my calendar in a heartbeat.
Why is that a thing?
You guys be having some weird games.
It's Indiana, bro. Got some weird people. You know, people at Walmart?
You know the people in Walmart? Yeah.
No, no.
That's how Indiana is. It's the
Yeah,
state of
yeah.
Indiana.
Literally, though.
Oh.
But let me see. Let me see if it's still a website. It's called People of Walmart.
Oh yeah. I've heard about that.
Yeah.
I've seen the YouTube videos, like the people of Walmart, or the TikToks where they just show all the different characters that go through Walmart and how people get dressed. Because
like
Walmart's
my everyday
24/7, and I used to have one right downstairs of my condo. Like I'd go downstairs and literally a Walmart right there, super Walmart. So you'd be able to go in there 2, 3 in the morning, and it would be packed, full of people. The only place open at 2, 3 in the morning, full of people, and you go in there and you see all types of. You'd be seeing people with like babies and like young kids walking around. I'm like, why are you here at 3 in the morning with kids?
It's
I
the
get it if you're
nocturnals.
like a if you're like a tourist, but like You a local?
Yeah, we
I don't
definitely
know
need some
about this
state
chat.
legislature on regulation for Walmart. You can catch diseases just walking in there.
This is tough. What are we doing? Are we closing back above? What are we doing?
At the minimum, you'd want to see it close above the most recent.
Hey, regardless, you wanted to close above the most recent, but that's not the hourly close I want to see as a doji, you know what I mean? I want to push up. Hey, I'm going to close right here. I'm going to close a position. I'm minus 1 pip. I want to see this hourly close. I just closed this. We got
I
2
got
minutes
plus
to the
1
hour.
pip.
I closed exactly minus 1. Because if we close like this, I'm going to expect the bottom wick. I'm not expecting just a straight drive up. But if we close bearish here on the hourly or doji, right? Any bullish movement can be a flip down. We didn't break the highs. We didn't drive. We just created a top wick. Yo, you guys got plus 1 pip? I got exactly minus 1. It's a break even, but break even number 65 on the year. You expect that 4-hour flip and a drive, but when it does this and then comes back in range, we don't, it's with 2 minutes left in the hourly, we don't want a bearish hourly here. There's nothing stopping the next candle from driving and breaking that low. Be lovely if it can respect the most recent. Yeah, we closed bearish, but respect this area here. Because if that happens, then you're saying, all right, we formed a support here, and then bottom wick, drive. Or just do it in the last minute of this candle, and fuck you then.
Well,
I'm
not in
looking
a
at the
trade. I can finally
five.
go get water after all those smash burgers.
Go get water. Yeah, I hope you guys understand why I'm out of that position. Lower time frame is shifting. It's not that it's shifting though. I mean, we're still should come up here. Look at that flip on the 4. I just, with a minute to go in the hourly, I don't want it to close doji or bearish. And it was kind of stuck there.
I mean, I'm looking at the 5. It came down to kind of like test the 2
Yeah, but 5's going to close right now. 15 seconds, right? That's lovely too.
Yeah, and I wasn't sure if it's gonna flip back right. That's why I got out of the trade too.
My entry is a little lower, so I'm just trailing stops now.
Good job. Good job. I gotta... Let's see how we close. Alright, so we closed bullish, but we closed above the most recent also. But we are still respecting this 5 level, which is ugly. Remember I said it looks like a little head and shoulders here? And that's really ugly because this can come down heavy. Not as a drive down, it can come down as a bottom wick, but it can also be a drive down. So you want to pay attention to the smaller time frame levels as well here. But the hourly did close bullish. The 30 closed above the most recent. 15 closed above with a bottom wick. If you're able to tap this area now, right? 2296 and start breaking the highs, that's once again re-breaking the 4-hour highs, right? So here's what I'll do. I'll wait on this 15. If we flip bullish, we'll take buys above the previous candle high. If we close below here, I'm going to call it a stream. If we close below 22.97. But the way this hourly's open, no top wick, you're expecting a flip, right? The tough part is, is there going to be a flip and a drive because it closed like, you know, the WAP. You didn't really get to the previous resistance on the higher time frame. If anybody remembers the WAP from like 2-3 years ago, not the VWAP, the WAP.
So you have a buy stop though? So as you're saying, like if it breaks it right now, you would take it?
No, I don't have a buy stop right now. Every time frame gave you what you wanted except the 5. Also don't like this bottom wick. Swing longs. Probably want to wait for the daily. Danger.
I would not be looking for swing longs when the weekly just closed
Probably want a daily
bearish.
bullish and then tomorrow.
Below, like we closed bearish below the range on the weekly with a bottom wick. All we're doing now is making a top wick.
Yeah, that's how I look at it on the higher time frame.
It's sure we closed within a daily range, but the moment we break out, we're heading down.
And the reason I
There's
want
so much clean traffic down too.
Yeah, if you head down below. Yeah. The reason I want a steep bottom wick here, a lot of times you'll see this. You'll get a resistance. You'll start coming down, bounce of support. But the candle will never come back up to that resistance. It'll close bullish back in range. Excuse me, but never come up to that resistance. And typically when that happens, I think I mentioned this a few weeks ago on sample set, and this candle doesn't make a top wick, it just heads straight down.
Is
And
it
when
also
heads-
not an hourly light candle?
We have a light candle, a previous candle, yeah, but in general, you'll get a light candle on these moves a lot. You'll get that bullish flip, a weak body, almost no top wick, and a strong wick down, right? So this is a range, and you'd want to fill that range and bounce off of it to head up. Oh, it's bouncing right now.
Hey, what's going on?
It bounced. Did it break the highs? Oh yeah, it broke the previous hourly highs. Yeah, it can't get in here now. It's too late. There it goes.
Damn.
Yeah, I'd want a bottom wick to here. If we get that bottom wick, come in there. Just
It was
I
our
took it off
trade.
the rebreak of the daily high there.
That's the
yeah.
10 a.m. volume.
Dang, God.
Oh, that was close. I almost saw.
Well, so much for that. We'll call it a session here then. I mean, that was the range I
That was
wanted to
fun.
fill. Fuck
Yeah.
you then. Did that shit 20 minutes
Holy
too late.
shit.
They did after 5 minutes. That's the volume.
That's the advantage point. Now you need a closure above here, 2300, because it's filled your advantage point. Now it's like you can reject head down, right? At very least you're break even. You should have closed partials if you were in there, and you can reject. But you have a light candle, previous candle. You can break the lows, fill that, or you continue up. But if you're gonna get in, now you need closures above 2300.
Dude, I missed my TP by 1 tick.
I mean, should
Steve, you
TP
got
go
that
on?
one?
It's actually the story of my life. I'm always one short.
It's all right.
I did not
used to.
get the close in time. It was like for 1 second. and then it drove back. I mean, my stops are in profit, so I'm chilling.
Yeah, I might be active in the signal room in about, I think after the hourly closure. There's potential. I think if we can close above here, we're gonna fill the range 2307. But that was your advantage.
I'm not the one echoing, right?
No, no.
Okay. Here's someone's Discord.
Oh yeah, my bad. It probably is my notice.
Our idea was right. Excuse me. W Day Pepe. Good shit. It's freaking hot in here. I'm gonna be here for 7 minutes. I want to see if we're able to close above here on the 15. If we can close above there, maybe another bottom wick. He started popping because Javier's getting closer to his house. He said, I pull up. And it just started moving. Let me update this before I forget. Break even 65. Yeah, quite a few people got some profits there.
Javier,
Although-
the new Powell.
The new pal.
Says, bless you, you get sick. Says, drive, gold moves.
He was talking to the car.
I swear to God, whenever he says we got room, we do be getting room.
Even if there's no room, it makes room. It's like,
Yeah.
we got room. Where? Hold on. It's
Maybe
making
he literally just switched seats with his wife so he could look at the charts. Here's the volume.
You know, he strategically just drove that first little stretch so he could go through this ranging market.
He's like, nah, we forming a bottom wick. I'm gonna drive. Oh shit, we flip, baby. Your turn. Hell yeah. Mans understands timing.
Is he really the market mechanic or is he the market maker, you know?
That's a good question.
5 years in longs, you don't want to be in cells.
That's true.
Yeah, we learned our lesson on Thursday. Javier was in longs all day.
Wait, Wednesday? What was one? We were coming down. weren't we?
Thursday. When Don took his 2 L's.
Hold on. Don took 2 L's on one stream.
On Thursday, yep.
In the Signal channel.
Nope.
On
2
stream?
L's on stream. And then took a
Yeah, it's been a
a
while since that
position-
happened. I don't think
I
that's
know.
ever happened. No, it's happened. It's happened in like 2021.
then he went on to take buys about 15 minutes after stream. Like 6 stacked positions.
Oh yeah. I spoke
He
to him.
closed
when that was
some in
happening.
profit, and then he was in drawdown.
I spoke to him that night when he was in profits already. We were talking about how like he went into drawdown for a minute on his on the very last pineapples at the bottom of the range. The best position he had, how when it was the last position he took, and then he said that went even further into drawdown. He was like, you start, yeah, you understand, you know what you're doing, but at some point he's like, yeah, but like, like it's getting tight. Maybe there's something pushing it the other way, right? But like, you know what you're doing, but the fact is, like, there's no sign of anything slowing down, just your logic. And it worked. Stick to the plan. It'll work. Forget the emotions.
It's a little different. Like he was saying on stream, it's a little different when you're in drawdown with 1 position and then in drawdown in 6 positions.
It's very different when there's like, an audience too.
And when there's a home on the line.
Oh yeah, but like it's also, don't forget, different because like he's able to do this, so it doesn't like a loss don't hurt him because he'll still be in the game and he'll come back, like, because he trades. For a lot of people, it's like holy shit, because they don't really trade and they don't know how they're gonna come back from it because it's never happened to them, or it keeps happening to them.
Exactly.
And
They don't know the pain.
Well, they just don't have
to
a
learn
proof
that-
of concept of coming back. He does, so
Right.
he can kind of do that.
Saw the clubhouse still fighting. Still pushing every day. We know our potential. And we know we haven't reached our potential either. We never will reach our potential. That's the whole point.
There's no diplomas here because the learning never stops. Like, I'm teaching, but I'm forever learning.
Explaining to people in my outside life of what you do is like, they just don't get it. Like why you are successful at what you do and you still take time out of your day to teach. You want
I
to see
enjoy
others
doing
grow.
this. And like, you guys are the only ones I can talk to about like this shit. Like, nobody in my real life understands, cares, wants to know. Like, not a thing. I can't remember last time I said anything about trading to anyone outside of the streams here, except for Don. And even Don, like, we don't, like, we'll talk about trading, but not like I talk to you guys about trading. With him, we talk concepts, mindset, like understanding of like future things where we're going with trading, like where the plan is going, where the trading plan's going, right? In which direction. Yeah, that 15 closed, the close below, the 30 might pull up, but everything's following the 4. There's just no entries now here.
What's that level based off of? Because we closed above the 15 level. That's right there.
Closed above the most recent. But I had that. Where do we have that? I think we had that off the hourly in the 30. We had that off the 30 here. I guess you could say the whole range, really. That would make sense, right? And above the most recent. It's 11 pips to fill the wick. Yeah, I think that would make sense. How much to the 30 closure here? 12 minutes. I think if you're looking at it now, this is what you want to look at it like. Because this is the level you drive off of. Right here. It's the level you drive up from. So if you want to drive up, you're going to need to be above this level because you drive up from this level. And if you go to the 5, right, that is exactly where we closed here too. Right, so you see we're still below it.
Was it that level's also earlier in the stream? You were saying buys off the rip if we close above, right?
Yeah, if we were able to, over here, when we were, I think this was right when the stream began at 8 a.m. I mean 8 p.m. Yeah, we hopped on right before here as we were coming up. I mean, the higher time frames all make sense to come up. You're just staying below here. It's like I said, it's all about timing. When is it going to happen? Because you're going to now come down for the next hour, 2 hours, and then by the end of the 4 hour, come back up. See how this 5 closes there in 1 minute. Seconds. Yeah, I'd respected this level, gang. I'm gonna call it a session here. I'm gonna look for closures above this area and the continuation of the 4 hour. If we don't get that, I don't know if I'm gonna be here for 1 a.m. 1 a.m. would need to make a bottom wick and continue up, and that's the only position I'd probably take on the next 4 hour. If we can close bullish here by 1 above 2300, I wouldn't mind continuing up to 2307, maybe even 2320. I think we need to retrace a lot of the move to close out last week, a portion of it. But yeah, at 5 close respecting, right? We could be making a top wick to continue down. Wait for the 30 here or the hourly bottom wick and a drive up. Until then, I would stay out, but I'm gonna call it a session here. 2300 is a psychological level. Yeah, I've heard that, I guess. I mean, damn, Boston's about to take a 2-0 lead. That's tough too.
See Dave
Okay.
Portnoy's bet.
What was that?
Dave Portnoy
Yeah, what did he put up?
got 100K on a parlay of Scotty Scheffler and the Celtics taking it. It's 1 mil for 1.6 or 100K for 1.6 mil.
The game or the series?
It's the series. So
Oh.
Celtics just need to take it, which is
Well,
most likely
he's
gonna
got
happen.
half of it, and it's a good bet. It's a good bet.
Mhm.
10-1 RR. That's good.
16-1.
16-1. Whatever. It's good RR.
Ridiculous.
I
He's
see- I
up.
see
I
T
think
with
he's up
all
like
that.
20 million on betting this year, or 10 mil on betting this year.
Savage.
The rich get richer.
That's
Untraditional
amazing.
style though.
That's amazing. See, the goal now is for you to get rich, so you could keep getting richer.
I'm gonna get rich off trading just so I can do sports betting. That's my goal.
However you do it, doesn't matter. Nobody asks you how you got the money when you walk into a store or a restaurant. Nobody asks you
Depends
how you got
how you
it.
look.
It's just, can you live
This
with
day and
yourself
age, it's
the way
different.
you got it? What's Eddie posting? Eddie took a position, got home 9:30, had buys earlier, closed BE. Oh, all right. Gang, let's call it a session here. I appreciate you guys for coming out. We tried. I'll be on, honestly, if you're in the signal channel till 1 a.m., I'm still looking for positions up until this 4-hour closes. And after 1 a.m., I'm probably going to go get knocked, and I will look for positions, start looking for positions around 8 a.m. I'll let you guys, whoever's in the signal channel, I'll let you guys know, hey, I'm on. And that's it. Like, school's over, right? I don't have to take the kids in the morning. So now I won't be hopping on at like 8:30, 8:45. I'll probably be on at like 8 o'clock.
Peace.
Yep. Again, congrats if you got a W today. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the clubhouse and tomorrow morning also in the clubhouse and in the signal channel. And we'll be live 8 p.m. Eastern also tomorrow for the public session. All right. Love and wisdom to you all, gang. See you tomorrow. Hasta mañana. Hasta la pasta.
Good night, guys.
Good night, good night,
All
good
right.
night.
Thanks a lot, Wix. Appreciate it.
For sure. Yeah, if anybody has any questions, reach out to me. I mean, my line's open, or DM me. All right. Have a good night, everybody.